Second stream today. Craziness. Okay, we got links we need to post. Publish that. Can't tell if I'm having a stroke or if my if the nerve in my shoulder is slightly pinched, and that's why I'm feeling numb in the arm. But if I have a stroke, you know, someone just contact the authorities here in Finland. I live in Oulu, just have them scour Oulu for a body. Okay. So we've got our golems. Which I kind of want to add some like overgrowth to these guys. I'm trying to think of the best way to do that. Sometimes they just instantly sit back down. Why is that? Rock Golem. Should go to transition to moving. What is Cave Idle? Caved Idle is doing that. Transition to Cave Idle, or to Caved, goodness sakes. We play Caved Idle, and then Caved Idle. We start our, when this goes off, if we're caved, then we transition to uncaving, okay. Just gonna put that a little earlier and see if that does something. Come on, turn into a cave, please. I would enjoy that very much. There we go, turned into a cave. Okay, getting back up. Okay. Started walking. You know what? He might have just gotten... you know what that is? I think he just found a position really close to him. And we set our radiuses to be like that. Do 1.0. On get nav target, we could do If mobile position dot distance to nav target is less than or equal to 5, get nav target again. And then we can do an else. We just set our target position to equal nav target. Distance 2 needs a... Oh. Less than or equal to 5.0. And honestly, we could throw this... We could throw this in the grass bro as well. Just to make sure they have to go somewhere decently far. Okay, I'm gonna grab some water. Caved up again. Lunchbox, what's up? Looky here. How's it going, man? Good to see you. I decided to do a second stream today, so my character's flying all over the place. Wonder if I accidentally edited him. A little bit weird. Or is it the attractor I have on him? Jump particles, attractor, interaction on. So characters, attractor. Not on these particles. That should not be on either. So, maybe that'll change it. We will see. Okay, yeah, he seems to be moving a little bit less crazy now. You can launch yourself. Because jump pushes you up. But then wherever you're looking, that's where like your velocity is. So if you're looking down, then you're trying to move down. If you're looking forward, you're trying to move forward. If you jump and look up, then that gets added to your jump. And if you look down, then you can fall a lot faster. I love our little fire here. It's working pretty good. Campfire, though, does need to have different stuff. Surface 1 or 0. Let's do new standard material. Okay. Another standard material. Do kind of a lighter brown. Save that. This should give it the outline because when I just pull in the blend files, it doesn't always pick up on the outline shader. Okay, now we got outlines, I think. Yes, we do. Okay. Okay, let's jump into the portal. These guys just sit here and get shot. Why do these guys always shoot right? They're always aiming to the right. At some point I will come back to this map and get it fixed up a bit. Let's also go to our mech level. Okay, 2 tanks. Spawn interval low, we're going to do 10. Spawn interval high, 40. Make them a little bit less. How's the sunrise look? We need to go over here to see a sunrise. Sunrise is cool, but you don't get like super cool colors necessarily. We could mess with our atmosphere, make it a little more dense. Did he just stand up and sit back down again? He did, didn't he? Don't we have a cave idol? Why are they doing this? Can't you like change the atmosphere to become blue when there's sunlight passing through it? Probably I could. The only problem is I'm using a plugin for the atmosphere, so I don't really know how it works. I kind of just tossed it on there. I can make it more dense, which definitely does it, but then let's see, what am I at? I'm at 100 right there. Where's my sun? Sun is over there. Okay, so I'll place myself where a sunrise would be. U scattering, U density. Let's do 0.4. I can just make it more sentence or more thick. I started reading what your comment was. Let's see here. What's one sentence pitch? The one sentence pitch on this game. The one sentence pitch is you live on this planet and you go to alternate dimensions where you watch stuff happen. That's basically it. Because you don't really do much in this game. It's more of a visual experience, I think. You do a little bit. There'll be some like puzzle elements and stuff. But I'm realizing that the thing that I'm good at is vibes. And so I just want to make really cool planets and worlds. So this is your home hub world. And from here you can jump into the portal and go to different worlds where you see other stuff happen. This is just kind of prototyping out this planet where there's just going to be a huge space or a sci-fi battle going on. You go around and witness it and see what happens and maybe do a few little puzzles along the way to unlock different areas. And each level's only maybe 10 or 15 minutes, I don't even know. And I'm going to try to start out with 3 levels that just look really cool, feel really cool. You just watch these battles happen, you know, at least on this planet. The other planets will be completely different settings, completely different worlds. Like I'm going to do a fantasy world inside a giant, like, jungle. But they could be anything. Like the worlds themselves could be anything. Scaraboo, hey, I wanted to ask you something. In your previous project with building system, you have a custom tree spawner and use Terrain 3D from Tokusen Games plugin. How did you get the terrain data from world to place to spawn trees on the ground? Let me pull it open. Oh, whoops! I just reloaded. Current. 1 second. RJL, what's up, man? Huge progress. Yeah, we've made some progress here. Let's see here. Scaraboo, I'll pull this up. Quit the project list this time. Always blown away by how quick you prototype like the building system you did a while back. Lunchbox, I actually made a plugin for that. Thank you, by the way. I appreciate that. Made a plugin for that that's almost done, so other people can use that. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't build things super well the first time around. It is prototyping for sure, and very rough. But I do all low poly stuff. I have a pretty decent system for building models and animating them quickly and just calling it good enough. And I think I can get a, 60% there pretty fast. Okay, so let me show you the spawners. I'm not even using the spawners right now because I kind of changed my whole idea. I was going to do those huge huge terrain with tons of trees, but then I switched to this island style, so who knows with this. Treespawner.gd. A lot of this was just AI'd together, so it's probably not great. Get terrain height at position. Okay, so you literally, with Terrain 3D, Scarbo, it looks like you just do terrain, like get your terrain, which I have it set up here somewhere. Terrain 3D. And then I think I exported that or something. Oh, no, I just... See, this is terrible right here. Get node ... navigation region terrain 3D. Anyway, this is all clearly AI stuff here. Anyway, as long as you get your terrain 3D node, then when you're trying to spawn a tree somewhere, you can just get height at a specific position. So it looks like I'm doing world position, I'm passing in a vector 2 of just the X and Y coordinates. And from there I can get the height, basically, the height map or whatever. I don't know what it does. Returns the height at the requested position. If the position is close to a vertex, the pixel height on the height map is returned. Otherwise, the value is interpolated from the 4 vertices surrounding the position. Yeah. And then from there, I just like to put my actual trees on the ground. Then I just use this. Return this and put the tree wherever that ends up. Sure. But yeah, Lunchbox, I've got that base building system that Scarboo mentioned. This is my plugin for it. You can find it on GitHub for anyone who's interested in trying it out. Like I said, it's not fully finished, but you could definitely pull it down and play with it. Right here, DS Base Builder. I can post it in the... it's also in my Discord. I'll post it in the Twitch and the YouTube chat for anyone who's interested. It's not finished, but, and I still need to make a video for it to teach people how to use it. But it does work, and you can add your own custom components and stuff. So you can start building right away. You can build kind of whatever. There's just some weirdness with the system that I'm using to like figure out if there's already a component somewhere. Because you don't want to be able to place like multiple ceilings. Which, did I just do that? No, I didn't. Okay. Nice. So I did fix that to some extent. But I just have a weird system to like deal with making or confirming whether or not there's already a component at a connection. And I just need to find a better way of doing it. But otherwise, this is open for use. You can, like I said, build your own custom components and start making base building components. Or you can just use the base ones here and switch out the models. Okay, thanks. It helps me a lot. Perfect. Good to hear, Scaraboo. RJL says, since we are sharing, here's nodeless projectiles. Made it to make really performant 3D projectiles. May I steal that? Nodeless projectile. Wait, how does this work? This is from RJL Jones, by the way, called Nodeless Projectile. Because if they're really performant, I might need to steal it. I'm not going to add it right now. Whoops. Nodeless projectiles by RJ Jones. But I really need to do this because in my my main project, I have all of those tracer rounds. Probably have to explain how to set it up. Okay. Not properly documented yet. Dude. Oh, man. That could be huge, though. And they work as in... like, how would it work? I assume it works for actual projectiles, too, not just, like, visual ones. Because on this map specifically... I've got so many projectiles, and I'm gonna have so many more. I mean, a lot of these can be kind of faked, because these aren't doing any damage. Just not using physics server raycasts instead of raycast nodes is big performance boost by itself. Are these projectile, like, would it work for something like this? Oh, just using physics server raycast instead of raycast nodes. Here's the thing, is I want to actually, like... When it comes to my anti-air, I want to go way overboard with the tracers. So it would work for stuff like this. Man, that would be sick. Let me go to anti-air. Whoops. Wait, where's my... Oh, is it just right here? Shoot timer, 0.07. I want to go like ridiculous with it, but it's crazy to be creating this many projectiles when you have a bunch of these things. But I want to be going like that. Just like brrr. Which actually right now it doesn't even seem like it makes that much of a difference, but so all the bullets get instantiated as multi-meshes and the code moves them in a process, then the physics server raycasts instead of using a node. Dang, okay. How does that work for like machine gun? Is this like, would I have to create all of these multi-meshes, or would it be like one burst from this thing? Could I do it where it creates one multi-mesh and then just fires off each instance? Like it creates it all at once and then fires off each instance or something? I've seen your game with the spaceships flying around. That has it. Okay. Creates a pool. Ah, okay, yeah. And then they just use it from that, which then I guess you could just, like, if I know that my, the longest burst one of these things can fire is, 35, I could have a pool of like 70 and then shoot 35 and then, they should die off in time for the next 35 to be ready or something and just pull them back to the origin or something. I guess I could look at your code. Oh, I just love watching these. I also kind of want to make these all lower pitch. Let me do 0.4 and 0.6. See what it sounds like. That spaceship, yeah, getting blown up. They get hidden, okay. And then do you just pull them back to reuse the same instance? Ooh, with lower pitch, higher fire rate? I think lower pitch is better. That might be too low. Might be too low. Oh, I love it. Okay, let's do let's go back to let's do 0.6 and 0.9, I guess. I don't even remember where it was at, but right, okay, so they do get just pulled back. So that's where projectile pools append, okay. So this is create the projectile pools, amount, material, exclusion, spaceship body, damage array. Active, inactive pools. All of that popping back and forth is expensive. Fire projectile pool index, okay. From position, direction. Target position. Process nodeless projectiles, so this is within the physics process. And then perform raycast. Where's this? Hit from inside, true. So this is where you're getting your actual collisions. Wouldn't need some of that, okay. How do I normally source audio? Freesound.org, but someone showed, who was it that showed me? Why can't I remember? Anyway, I was just shown Pixabay, which I need to look at and see, because apparently that's really good for audio sourcing. Otherwise, a lot of my sourcing for audio is just me making noises with my mouth. Like, either me making noises with my mouth or with things on my desk. So like this right here, the humming from the big laser, that is me with my mouth with a bunch of effects on it. These here are that right there, like the footsteps of these grass guys is just my pouches. These guys make noises, which is mostly me going like, and then they also make rock noises, which are my magnesium pills bouncing around and pitched down. This is a mouth noise, I think, the footsteps. The background audio of the birds and stuff, I think, was on freesound.org. I'm gonna have to make my own at some point. Just that perform raycast code is a big performance boost. Okay. Man. No way, they sound really good. Yeah, I mean, you just throw a bunch of effects on things, and especially if you're doing sci-fi or fantasy, it's just like, you can get pretty close. This is just, yeah, me looping. I think it went like, or like, or something. And then there's a phaser on it, and chorus, and pitch shift. If I go into here, the laser noises I found this noise on freesound.org. So that's not mine. Same with these tank sounds. The tank engines, I believe, that might have been my mouth. The spaceships is my mouth. It's just me going or something like that. And then adding a bunch of effects. Use Freesound more than anything else. Yeah, Freesound has been solid. There's a lot of like random, not very useful stuff on there, but you know, beggars can't be choosers. And there's plenty of good stuff too, so. By the way, I'm pretty proud of my little fireplace. Oh, I'm at 699 followers on Twitch. Not bad. Almost 700. I think I've been at 600 for like, or above 600 for like a year now or something. That's what not streaming consistently does. But I'm pretty proud of this fire because I kind of just did it. I looked up a tutorial and then didn't even watch the tutorial. I just did this and it fits the world perfectly, I think. The little sparks flying around. It's just 3 different sets of particles. One for the fire, one for the smoke, and one for the sparks. And man, it's got a good vibe. Then I also did an attractor so you can upset the fire. That kind of feedback just instantly makes a game feel so much better. I like the way you can find these gems with like 12 views or something. Yeah. I need to try that Pixabay too, because apparently like there's no strings attached or anything. Like just, I don't even think you have to, from what I heard, you don't even have to like give credit or anything. That's the problem with Freesound is I don't know how many, like, do I have to give credit with some of them? Because I'm using it mostly as placeholder because I don't know. Aries says, I've just seen you added smoke now. Yeah, I added smoke plus these sparks. I did that off stream earlier. And then I love the way it like moves around. So if you just sit in it, then it kind of moves away from you, which I think is fine because you're a glowing orb of energy. So, but then when you run through it, then it kind of puffs it out. Normally says CCO or CC4 attribution. Okay. Yeah, I'll have to look into that because I want to be sure I'm doing things correctly. I made my atmosphere a little bit thicker. It's not really that noticeable. It doesn't really change the sunset, but on certain parts of the planet, like in the sunny area, you notice it a lot more. It's just more on the dark side that you don't really get much effect. I guess you kind of do until you get to the really dark side, then you don't see it as much. That's kind of fine. I like the way it changes when you get into the sunlight. You ever tried volumetric fog? I can never get it to look right. I have tried volumetric fog so many times. Just the base one that comes with like Sky 3D or just with the world environment. And I can never get it to look right unless I just do very little. Like I have a little bit on this one. 0.02, I've got this color. I wonder if I change it to like an orange. How does that change my atmosphere? It's so hard to use correctly. Everything in the distance looks washed out. Okay, now everything is like a lot more red in the day. And if I go over to the dark side, you still don't see much. I wonder if it does interact with this. Oh, wow. Then it becomes... That's a weird thing with how our atmosphere is rendered. Like, it has a certain distance where it goes like that. I'm going to do blue. I'm just going to do a little bit more light, maybe. I have the sky effect on 0, but that creates issues because if you do a really low sky effect, then you'll have distant things. You'll see the fog way more. Okay, this is a lot more light, so you can see it a lot better. But there's sky all over because this is a tiny planet. So what happens if I go up? Then it becomes really bright, even on the dark side. See, like that is tough. And then it's like, okay. So maybe there's a distance thing. When whoops. Decrease to add more detail when a long range is not needed. For the best quality fog, do this as low as possible. So like 5 meters. Let's see. I should probably just watch a video on how to use it. Oh, wow. Interesting. Okay, that definitely helps. Helps at range. Then when we get in here, where do you see the fog the most? Do you even see it? Let's bump this up to like 20 meters. Okay, now we got something. Okay, maybe that's doable. Just need to lower it, I guess. So we still have like a little bit of fog. What happens if I bump up the distance then? Or the density? Snowminx coming in with the ban. What is up? Just a deletion. What a great entrance. Good to see you again, Snowminx. Coming at you live from Finland now. I think this is the first time you've caught me live when I'm in Finland. Okay. There you can definitely see the fog more. But it's not bad. Maybe I just do a little more subtle. Hey, Starlight Lacuna? Thank you for the raid. I appreciate it. Oh, sorry, RJL. How's it going, Starlight? And Stargate Blue. What is up? And Personal Error. How's it going? Welcome, Raiders. Yes. I'm usually asleep at your other time. Yeah, that's the thing is I keep waking up too late to stream anyway. I was trying to like wake up early to stream. Here, let me move my cam. Can I just please select my webcam? Okay. I'll put myself way up here. So for volumetric fog, I was doing the length. And it starts out at 64. I just put it down to 20. Let's do a 0.03 on this. And maybe we can... Let's do a little bit more like that color and see how that is. Personal Error, thank you for the follow. I think you are my 700th follower. Let's see. Let's double check. Yep, 700. And for that, you get a gifted sub. Thank you, brother. Appreciate it. If it goes. There we go. Mr. 700. Lily at Sunset. What's up? How you doing? Hey, I'm doing good. I saw you in the Indie Game Devs team and wanted to come by to say hi. Well, hello. I have not been at all active in that team, which is annoying because I know a ton of the people in there, but I just haven't been that active of streaming until like a couple weeks ago. I finally started again. So I want to check in, and because a lot of the people in there are so cool. And I joined it I actually joined it like a long time ago, but I just forgot to fill out the full thing, so I wasn't in the Discord or something. I can't remember. Anyway. But yeah, thank you for the raid. Thanks for the gift sub, no problem. You now have well, I guess at least you have no ads, but otherwise you have access to like my one emote, or maybe it's two. Anyway, for the people who are new here who haven't seen. Oh, and someone else followed, it looks like. Starlight. Yeah, thank you. Appreciate it. Kind of wish that showed up in my chat, because I always have those notifications, like I have to go behind other windows on my second monitor. But for people who are new here, this is my project right now. It's very vibe-based. This is your home world. You are this little cube of energy that was created out of that star by a character who I have yet to create and make. You live on a planet with a couple friendly rock golems, as well as some grass creatures. Snowminx, you'll notice this is yet another new project, as usual. We've got some stuff flying around. We got a star. We've got this giant beam of energy shooting out of the ground. Got a little cozy fireplace that you can fly through. But when you jump into the light beam, what happens is you get transported. This is very much prototyping, but you get transported to one of the many dimensions that you can visit. Well, many as in currently I have one, which is this one. But you're going to have, hopefully, many dimensions that you can visit that are all very short stories, basically, that you experience. There's going to be some puzzle elements to them as well, but mostly it's just I'm trying to capture vibes and provide a cool viewing experience for the cube of energy. Because you are just an observer. You kind of just chill and watch things happen. On this map specifically, it is a huge sci-fi battle with tanks and mechs and spaceships and auto turrets and, you know. But you mostly are just here to experience it, kind of hang out, watch tanks blow up other things, that type of thing. But yeah, I'm going to try to build out 3 levels for the main demo. Each one maybe 10, 15 minutes of story. And then continue to build it out over time, hopefully. But that's the idea. I've been trying to raid into more teammates. It's always so neat to see all the really cool projects. Yeah, for sure. Let me drop you a follow because I don't know if I do. Let me see. Also, I just moved to Finland, so my time zone is for streaming is very different. So I'm trying to figure out a good time zone to still be able to watch or be able to stream around the same time that I used to be able to when I lived in the States. Okay. I think I followed you there. You do Godot as well? Nice. What kind of games are you making? Back to space-related projects, though. Yes. Yes. Well, so here's the thing. The storyline of it is that basically there's a character who creates you and creates the world here and creates all of the worlds that you visit. This character is basically me because I am the guy who actually is making all of this stuff. And you are the player, meaning the player who gets to experience it. And so this character who's basically a stand-in for me just tells you, hey, I got a bunch of cool worlds and stories to show you. And that's pretty much it. But each one is completely different from the last. So like that spaceship sci-fi one, that's one of them. But the next one I'm going to do is very different. It'll be like a fantasy world with, I don't even know if it'll have like story to it. It'll be like maybe fantasy jungle craziness. I'm also feeling dinosaurs for some reason. Maybe just giant jungle with giant dinosaurs. That would be sick. And then the third one will be a completely new alternate dimension. That's going to be kind of just a wacky world. I'm thinking kind of a Candyland sort of thing with just some, I don't know what I'm going to do for the storyline or anything, but not everything needs a storyline. Some of them are just visual experiences. I have another idea for one where you're basically flying along with these spaceships / fighter jets that are just flying over terrain. And I got that because I have way too many F-22 Raptors on my Instagram Reels feed, and I can't stop looking at them. So one of them will just be you tagging along with some sort of sick fighter jets as they fly over terrain, and it will just purely be a visual experience. Maybe there's a fight that happens in there and it has somewhat of a story or something. Right now I don't have any games in progress. I've been focusing on creating a 3D streaming environment in Godot. Okay. Like integrating Twitch chat, that type of thing, or streaming terrain or assets. Do you mean for Snowmeeks? Are you talking about the jet game idea or jet level? But yeah, Starlight, I don't know if you do any 3D, but also I do want to show people, anyone who's played the game Rust and likes their base building system. First, I'll show you the project that I was working on where I made this, but I'm also making a separate plugin. Oh, referring to Starlight's message, that makes more sense. Yeah. When you said streaming terrain, then I thought of the jet idea because I was like, I wonder how I'll do that terrain. But here is a project that I was working on that was like a survival game, kind of a Minecraft-y, but also kind of Rust-like, because the base building system is very Rust-like. Here's my project, my little test area. This has like my inventory built in, which is also a plugin, but it's a broken plugin that I made. I need to finish it. Here we will come up, and then suddenly we'll be, yeah, there's actually water there. Doesn't look like the water is really, okay, it moves a little. But in this game, you're on top of a kind of a walking dirt and grass creature. But you can build your base on top of him. Let's throw a doorway there. Let's do a wall. Wall. But this base building system, I am making a plugin so then other people can use it in Godot. It's pretty simple. I'm trying to make it as user-friendly as possible because the actual, like the system I have in this is not very scalable. But trying to make it a plugin has made it a lot more scalable. And I do have a GitHub for it. I can share that link. So people can start using it now. It's not like fully done. Plus I haven't made a video on how to use it. And the documentation is, I'm trying to get it there, but it's not there yet. But yeah, this whole base building system, you can also do like, triangle stuff. So it is very much based off of like the Rust style. Whoops, let's deconstruct that. There we go. But yeah, so you can have your mobile base in this game walking around. Toggle time. Speaking of volumetric fog, RJL, this is one of the games where I just cannot figure it out. Everything looks so washed out, and it's too bad. I've been following the base builder on Discord. Okay, nice. Yeah. Good. I want to make version 1 within the next few weeks, like have it there. I mean, not all bug fixes and everything done, but at least have a version that works well, which I guess technically it works well right now. It's just only I know how to use it pretty much. Yes, I want to stream from within a game world, essentially. Most recently, I got OBS to send video into the game engine. So I have my desktop projected into a screen I modeled in Blender. Okay. To stream from within a game world, or have a game that people can download to hang out in that has your stream in it. Both sound sick. Very cool though, yeah. Oh, Lunchbox says, have you hit up a Finnish pizza vending machine yet? If I was not diabetic, I would. They have so many random, like, it's always pizza kebab places out here, which is kind of hilarious. Like, it just doesn't, it's never just a pizza place. It's always a pizza kebab place. The first one, streaming from within. So you have your desktop projected into a screen you modeled in Blender. So you're in game looking at your desktop screen. I'm so new to 3D development and I'm really impressed with what you made. Thank you. Honestly, 3D, easier than 2D, I think. A lot easier. For me, at least. There's some things that I still just don't understand, like 3D transforms and messing with that stuff. I don't think I will ever understand it because I have not put any effort into learning. But I always figure out how to get to where I need to be. It's just I don't remember it. But honestly, 2D is so hard because artwork is so hard in 2D. I can do it, but it takes so long. 3D, I just do some basic low poly stuff, stylize it, download a few plugins that make it look way better. Yeah. Let me real quick, I'll quit the project list and show the plugin I'm making. Which is also right here, called DS Base Builder. I'll throw it in the chat for anyone who wants. And throw it in the YouTube chat as well. Also, RJL Jones is kind enough to create a nodeless projectile system, which I'm going to be trying out in this project, which is at... I'll just copy these in. Starlight, or wait. Aries says 3D transforms are crazy. Like once you've learned robotics, 3D transforms become second nature. Yeah. Yep. I agree. I struggle so much with 2D art and I'm enjoying 3D so much more. Yeah, it's the way to go. But this is RJL's nodeless projectiles, which is sick. And I got to try it out fairly soon. But yeah, here's the GitHub page. Here is the actual plugin. I'll just show it. It has some base components in there. The UI and stuff you have to do all of yourself. Like, I mean, you could just use this, but this is terrible. But I have like all these base components that come with the plugin. You could literally just switch out the models if you wanted. Triangle ceiling. Perfect. Very nice. There's deconstruct in there just to destroy everything. But it all just works off of these connection points here. And real quick, I'll show you how to use it for anyone who's interested. You have this base builder scene, which I've attached to my camera. And it just has a detection zone. You could mess with this and make this collision shaped differently. Or can you? That's something I'll have to change. Because it doesn't look like you can edit that. Looks like you have to go into the scene itself. I'll figure that out at some point. Anyway, you have this base builder scene. It detects where connections are. It also has the list of all of your build resources. It's your build resources. If you want to add a new one, I'll do the demo one. Type in a key, add a new DS component resource. I'm going to give it the type of wall. So you have these component types, which specifies like where it goes. So this should only go where walls go because I selected wall. You can create your own custom types. I'll say demo scene. Do a quick load of demo test fail right there. Boom. You can also add a preview scene to it. But now that's there. I've added it. I have to press that. Add key value pair. Now it's there. I go here. And now we have demo there. Now if I pull up demo, nothing happens because you can't place components by themselves unless you specify them as a foundation component. Okay, now I have my demo, and you can see it attaches wherever a wall goes. I place it, there it is. Sweet. It can't do anything because it doesn't have any connection points on it. But yeah. So you just build a scene. And here's like one of the example scenes, the square foundation. You build your own scene, and you add a bunch of these connections to them. Your scene needs to be a base build component, and it needs to have a component type of one of those types. And then it needs connection points if there's other components that can connect to it. So like this has connection point over here, which I've called a foundation connection. Really, if I wanted to add another one, I'd just, what would I do? Oh, instantiate a child scene. I'd do connection right there. Click it. Now we have a new connection chilling right here. I'm going to grab it and move it up there. We're going to say it accepts triangle foundations. Perfect. So now we have a new connection point. It only accepts triangle foundations. Actually, let's say that it also accepts walls. So you can put two different types of components on this one specifically. And you just move it wherever you would want those components to go. So boom. Okay, and now I can look at a triangle foundation. I've got these 4 connection points, but there's also the one I just added up in the sky. Boom, now we have a triangle foundation. I can add another square foundation here, and then I can test my wall. Yep, there's a wall connection there. Boom, okay. Obviously you would never do that, but it just shows that you can customize these to however you want them. Once again, I'm gonna make a video on it explaining how it works, but it's getting there. I love multi-mesh in Godot. Good job, RJL. Yeah. It's cool to see how you did this, Dead Slap. I have a very similar building system in my project. So seeing how similar we did it. Yeah. I mean, pretty much all mine is just just nodes with detection zones, and then I did change it because in my other project it's literally I had like 10 different booleans, just like accepts floor, accepts ceiling, accepts, and then you just check those off. This is a lot better because then it's all there right in front of you. You can just go to the connection point and say it accepts wall right there. Oh, have I been hiding that the whole time? I have with my camera. This part on the connection points accepts, and then you have an array of the things that it accepts. And then you can delete those. But they have, it's just an an enumerator, and then you can create your own versions of those, because in the base builder script you have component type registry, foundation, wall, ceiling, triangle foundation, triangle ceiling, deconstruct. Those are all the ones that are base. You can always add more in. You just have to assign them a integer so then it doesn't blow up your current connections in case you reused an old integer or something. Heard they're gonna improve the UI in 4.6. That would be nice. There's some things that I'm just like, I don't know. There's some things where it's like, there's just also not quite enough room. On my main computer, this is fine, because I'm on a 1440, but at the moment I jump on my laptop, it's like my actual coding window is about this big. And I love using the in-editor, or like the code editor in Godot, because I hate having to alt-tab. But on my laptop, it's like this big, and then all of these other windows, they don't take up this much space. It's just a smaller screen. But I wish there was a way to keep all of this stuff on screen without taking up all of my coding space, which is probably just impossible because it's just literally the amount of space I have. But let's quit to our project list, go back to our main. Like the way the array stretches in the inspector like that. I hope they change some of that stuff because, yeah, looking at exported dictionaries and arrays is just not very good. I saw a preview of the UI on Blue Sky. It looks good. Okay. I would like more pop-out stuff. That would be cool. Let me see if I can... Godot 4.6 UI. Oh, scene and then... Interesting. I have, oh, game embedding not available when it starts in. Okay. I've never used this. I probably should, but, huh. Oh, I need to do my Duolingo. You guys ready to hear some Finnish words? Finnish is so hard. Okay, let's see here. Vanha. I'm just doing the quickest exercises so then I don't have to do a full one. Cafe, house, food. Okay, sick. Goodness sakes. Triumphant trumpets. Okay, we're good there. 467-day streak. Still feel like I know hardly anything. Of course, this is Duolingo, so what can you expect? But yeah. How long has 4.5 been out? Because I think I'm still on 4.4. Find the game thing awkward. Yeah, I haven't even tried it. They don't stress, unstress in Finland. It's kind of like Chinese if you think about it. Yeah, like you're saying the language? Because they also just don't stress in Finland. They ain't stressing out about nothing. Some of the most chill people I've ever met. Which, I guess I'm fairly chill as well. And that is because I am of Finnish descent. Like the way they pronounce syllables, yeah. Yeah, and everything you see in a word you say, there's no like silent stuff. If you see two A's right next to each other, that just means you say the ah sound for longer. Extremely basic. There's no articles, so there's no like the cat. It's just cat. So it's kind of in a way a little caveman speak. Like, let me think of a sentence. Man, like the man is tall would just be mies on pitkä. It's just man is tall. But there's also other things like the way they structure. Like if I'm hungry, it's minulla on nälkä, which means I have hunger. Like I am currently possessing hunger. Because I can also say minulla on kissa, meaning I have a cat. So I can either have a cat or I can have hunger. Or I could say olen nälkäinen, which actually is like I'm hungry, but a lot of people would say minulla on nälkä, meaning I kind of own hunger. I own some hunger currently. Ad break is over. I did not even know what was going on. So here we are back. So my plan was that I was going to do some work on these guys. Oh, 1 second. Let's see. But I need to add some like moss. Can I do like soft bot? Well, let's just open up Blender. We're going to make one blob that just is moss. We're going to give it a green color. And then we're going to just throw it on the bones of these guys and call it good. Perfect. This is just a blob called moss. We're going to color it green. And then... Okay, save Blender file. Now we go here. Come on. It shouldn't be that hard to import this tiny thing. Okay. Now, hub world scenes. We'll go to creature and just add it here, I guess. Create new scene. 3D scene. Moss. Okay. Sick. Here we go. Moss. We instantiate that. Do some editable children on it. Give it a surface material override. With a standard material, this is going to be green. Perfect. Ah, that's mossy. All right, then we go to our rock golem. Bone attachment 3D. Can that go there? No, it needs to be on a skeleton. We're going to give this one a upper arm L. Upper arm L is right there. Oh, okay. It automatically placed it there. Sick. Why does it say it doesn't have one? Please select a bone. How do they navigate? Very basic system. I've got a navigation. So if I go here, my planet, I just generated a nav mesh from my planet. And then I have them just pick a random spot nearby and then pick the closest point on that nav mesh to the spot that they picked. And then they walk there, and there's a very simple loop of them like deciding whether or not to chill for a bit. Eventually, I'm going to change it up because they need to be smarter, especially the grass guys. The grass bros need to kind of stick together in a pack and move together. They'll have like a leader guy who goes somewhere, but... Okay, now this is good. Lower arm. All right, let's put it back on upper arm, L. Okay. Okay, that's now there. Now we can Instantiate. Transform. Will this work? Because I think my scale system was weird. Let's see if it keeps the scale. I'm just going to play and see what happens. Oh. That is incorrect, and the reason it is incorrect is because our animation player has been set to that. Let's go to idle instead. Let's grab our moss, drag that guy down. But it seemed like it actually did keep the scale, which is nice. Let's try it again. Yeah, it did. Okay. Okay. So now we just... Let's put this back on 1. We're going to duplicate him. And duplicate him. This might be rough, though, because we might get a bunch of... Okay. So far, not. We might get some transform issues. Every time that you attach things to bones, it seems like it does that. Let's do another bone attachment. It's going to be leg right. Okay. Drag one of these in. Let's reset the transform. Let's do 0.5. Just a little spot of moss there. Okay, let's do a new bone attachment. Body. Oops. I guess, yeah, we can do this one here too. Upper arm right. This one's on the body. Yep. Okay, upper arm right here. This is how we do things. Fast and imprecise. Okay, these are a little bit too bright. I'm asleep. See you later, mate. Hey, take it easy, RJL. Good to see you again. And thank you for sharing the projectile thing. I'm going to have to look into that. It might... have come back to you with many questions, but I appreciate you being here, man. It's good to see you. Peace out. Okay, we now have moss. Okay, that makes... We definitely need more than this, though. We need more to these guys than just this. Maybe a couple smaller ones. I do like the look of this, though. Why is he caving again? These guys keep caving twice. Ooh, moss beard. That's happening. That is needed. That might look okay. We'll see. Is this one body? Okay, let's do a duplicate of that. Let's bring that forward. All right. I do like the look of this. But I want to do like some soft body physics or something. I love when they just merge. Okay, he turns into a cave. Sweet. Please do not get up and instantly turn into a cave. If you do it again, don't you dare. Why is he just taking a break from being a cave just to go straight back to being a cave? He's doing it again. Okay. Where is this? What is... How is... to caving? Okay, we have it. Oh, wait. Transition to idle. Where's transition to idle being called? On nav timer timeout. Only if we're moving, though. Is the nav timer timeout? No, we shouldn't ever do this. Maybe that's it. Okay, this guy just got down. Let's see. Okay, do not sit back down. I swear. If you sit back... Okay, maybe it's in my anim keys. Cave. Anim.play. Transition to caving. Keys.play. Cave. Okay. Let's go to our anim keys. Cave does transition to caved. Transition to caved does caved idle. Caved idle. We don't even have a caved idle for some reason. Let's go back to our golem. Our caved idle doesn't exist. Going to do a new one called caved idle. Whoops. Save that. Okay, go back here. Anim keys dot play caved idle. Okay, that. Now, where's our caved idle? That's doing nothing. Perfect. We start this nav timer. Okay. Transition to caved. That just gets us there. State.caved. Anim keys. Okay. Transition to caving does anim keys. This does transition to caved. So he's now become a cave. My naming convention's not good. Okay. So then it runs that. It says, hey, we're caved. Let's see what happens when we're caved. Transition to uncaving. Maybe that. Okay, uncave. Goes to transition to moving. Says that we are uncaving. Okay. Okay. We stop there. If we're transitioning to caved, then we set our state to state.caved. And if the nav timer times out and we are state.caved, then we transition to uncaving. Transition to uncaving does this, and then it goes transition to moving. Oh, you know what? Transition to moving. We need to put this in here because we don't have a nav target when we're idle otherwise. Okay, so we just need a nav target because it doesn't have one. That's why it's saying that. We got to put that there first. This might still break because our get nav target might be a little weird. Okay, please cave. Nope, he does not want to. Maybe you will. There we go. Now, please. Ooh, we got a guy in the cave. Look at that. He's chilling. Now he left. Nice. Because we do rerun this if the nav target is too close. We just get nav target again until we find one that's further away. Maybe that isn't great. What is this RNG thing doing? This is AI generated, if you didn't notice. So this is completely unnecessary. We're already grabbing a random. Is less. Let's do ABS. Randex is less than 5.0. Randex plus equals 5.0. We can do that. Rand Y. Oh, Rand Z. That takes away this. That should just work, hopefully. So now they shouldn't be able to move right next to them themselves. They have to move 5 points away at least. Okay, now they spread out quite a bit. I could make it, these guys can run shorter. Obviously, we're going to change all this anyway. It'll only be the leader picking a point, and then everyone else will pick an offset from them. We need more moss. Lower arm right. Oh, upper arm right is all the way up there. Oh, I think it needs to be fist. Yeah, fist right. Okay. Okay, he's rather overgrown. Do we have errors? No. Whoa. Is that correct? All right. It's not too bad, but I might move it a little bit. This is... Yeah. I don't know if I'm going to have two. I might just have one. Also, I do need to do an animation for these guys where they reach into the ground, grab a boulder, and throw it at an asteroid that's coming too close. They need to just like reach into the ground, grab something, toss it, blow up an asteroid out in space, you know, those types of things. Also, I just realized where's our asteroids? Asteroid belt. Asteroid belt is just a node 3D that rotates, and it just has all the asteroids inside. I guess that's its own, whoops, its own scene. Okay. Well, what we will do, add a, what do you call it? GPU trail 3D. It's gonna be really far out. Let's see how this looks. There it is. But everything moves at constant speed, so it might not be the best. And you do get some weird artifacting with these GPU trails. Let's do like 500. 500. It's probably bad for performance. But then it's just always out there. Let's also make this length 200. So the length shouldn't... Let me see. There you are. Okay, there's a little bit of maybe some popping in, but... Okay, let's see how it looks with 3 of them. That's cool. I need to disable fog on these asteroids. Because otherwise there's no sky effect, so these things shouldn't have fog effect. Yeah. Yeah, much better already. I think this is the most vibey I've ever gotten. Okay. One thing, we need to make these grass bros way quieter. They are so loud. Unit size, let's do a max distance of 75. Yeah, that's pretty good. Now, one thing I wanted to do. I kind of want to add some like mouse smoothing or something, because this isn't supposed to be super precise. And let's see if AI can just do it for us. This is Godot for code. I want to make the mouse movement smoother. Give me the simplest possible way. No comments in the code. Make sure you don't add too much stuff, and do it right the first time. Don't we just love AI? Isn't it just the best? Okay, let's see what it said back. Okay, it's telling me to do mouse sensitivity, which I already have. Smooth speed. Okay, we're gonna do our smooth speed. We're gonna do an export on that. We're gonna do a add export. Oh wait, nope, we just need a var target rotation. In our ready, we can do here. In our unhandled input, we can do this. In our process, okay, let's see if this works. Okay, it does. We just need a lot more smooth speed or a lot more mouse sensitivity. Let's go back to 10 there and see what happens. Dude, it actually just worked. So you just got to tell AI to do it. Do it right the first time and then it works. Okay, it's good to go. There, now I can record much better cinematic movement. Because I posted on my Twitter about this game, but I couldn't really show much with the mouse movement being so, like, jerky. Now we got to make the roof dies. What's up? How you doing? Why am I getting welcome to the chat room things? Is my Twitch chat doing that reconnecting thing again? Hope not. Spaceship's getting blown apart. Now I need to work a lot more on this because it needs to match as good of aesthetics as the hub world. It does look cool, but there's a lot of work that needs to be done on this. But I'm kind of not working on it until I have the hub world pretty good. Hub world's already pretty dang good, though. I'm liking it quite a bit. do need to go to sleep soon. We are getting some performance issues on this. Oh, I did up the amount of tracers like crazy, so that probably has something to do with it. Every single one of these spaceships is getting shot out of the sky. Okay. One thing I can do is just roll back to our anti-air. What happens if I put it at like 0.2? How does that sound? It was on 0.7, I think, originally. It's kind of cool, but you definitely want the machine gun style. Maybe I do like a... I mean, that's pretty close to what I was doing before, 0.07, but let's figure this out. I got to head out, too, for a meeting. Very happy to see you stream again and hope to be able to catch more. Thanks. Hey, good to see you again, Snowminks. I got to take off anyway here pretty quick, but yeah. I'm going to try to figure out a good schedule. It's hard. It's hard for me to hit the right schedule unless I wake up super early to stream at like 5 in the morning. Then it would be similar to how I streamed in the States. But we'll figure it out. I'll try to switch it up too, so at least there's a chance of streams at the right time. But yeah, good to see you again as always. Hope you have a good one. And I'll catch you next time. Okay, let's see how this sounds. That is pretty cool. But I think 0.7 really is it. Yeah, 0.7 is it. We need... or 0.07. Lunchbox. Oh, yeah. I do have to go to sleep. It is 11:24. But yeah, peace out. Good to see you. Thanks for everyone for being here, as always. Let me go put us in a vibey spot. That's pretty vibey right there. But yeah, thank you all for being here. RJL, good to see you. Roof Dies, good to see you. Aries, Snowminks, Lunchbox, Aries in both chats. Oh, I got to alt tab so I can scroll up. Starlight, thank you for the raid. I really appreciate that. And for the follow, as well as Personal Error, thank you for being the 700th follower. Appreciate it. By the way, if anyone wants to see my YouTube channel, doesn't have much on it right now, but I'm going to be trying to upload a video on the base building system that I was talking about earlier. There's my YouTube link. There's also my Discord link if you want to join that and see that. Hop in there and catch me when I go live. But yeah, who else was here? All the Raiders, thank you for being here. Lily, Stargate Blue. Yeah, all of y'all in the Twitch chat and everyone over in the YouTube chat, thank you for being here as well. Lunchbox, Scaraboo, Aries was in the YouTube chat as well. just doubling up. But yeah, good to see you guys. Thank you for being here. I'll be on again, hopefully tomorrow, and we'll make some more progress. I'm very happy with the progress we already have. The vibes, definitely there. Like this is what I'm feeling. I'm feeling this right now. A little artifacting when these come in and out of view. It's kind of fine though. It kind of looks cool. Anyway, we will see you all later. Peace out. Have a good one. Bye-bye.